If you're the parent of a child with Down syndrome or any kind of special needs, or even just a child in general and you like to get them into services, don't you really enjoy early intervention? Don't you really enjoy early on? Don't you really enjoy Head Start, early Head Start? I am so happy that we have these programs, and I'm always telling people you should really put your child into this, even if they don't have special needs, because it's so beneficial. Well, that might be taken away. What I'm about to show you here is page 482, the middle section of Project 2025. Please take a second to read it. Now, I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people who are in these programs, and not once have I ever heard or seen anything close to these claims of abuse, of misplacement. Never heard of it. And if it has happened, please come forward and let me know, because I do not want to denounce anything that may have occurred. Though I do not believe that is even close to a majority of people. Nor do I believe with the statement they made that this program has little to no long-term academic value. This is bad. This is really bad. If you're not furious, you should be. This is what ableism looks like. This is ableism. This is where we're headed. And in some states, we're already there, unfortunately. I would also like to specify at the end with the COVID-19 requirements. I don't know about you, but at least where I went with my daughter, you didn't have to do that. You could if you wanted to. They didn't force you to do anything. And right now, actually, that mandate is gone. So why is this in there? This Project 2025 began literally like directly after Biden took office. And we weren't forced to do all of those mandates even during COVID times. That is now gone. So even if they were still there, and even if this abuse and misplacement was really occurring, please tell me how, as long as you don't force people to get the jab and force people to wear masks, we'll just overlook all of the abuse and misplacement. This just shows you how much they don't actually care. It's all out of greed. It's all out of force. It's all out of ableism. And I know some conservatives will come at me being like, they would just replace this. They just don't want this on a federal level. It belongs to the states. They just don't want it at a federal level. They said they're going to eliminate this overall. There is no talk about reinstating another form of these programs. None. Do your reading. If you have time to binge watch a whole 4-season series on Netflix, you have time to read 920 pages. I promise you do. And for all the conservatives out there who literally brag about how they've read the Bible 3 times through, you have time to read 920 pages. Do not support something that you won't even bother to read. I know most conservatives who have looked at this Project 2025 do not agree with it. And then the sad thing is they say Trump won't agree with it, even though Trump has literally funded 2/3 of it. And we all know Trump is not a real politician. He's a businessman. When a businessman funds 2/3 of something, they're not just going to get rid of it because they don't agree with a few things. Okay, he's not going to waste his money like that. If he is elected, these will go through even if he does not agree. He is a businessman. And he is also taking advantage of you conservatives, because I don't know if you've heard it. You can probably go Google it. He literally said years ago, should he ever run as a candidate, he would run conservative because that group of people is, quote, the dumbest group of people to exist. I could say anything and they would believe it.
If I were to run, I'd run as a Republican. They're the dumbest group of voters in the country. I could lie and they'd still eat it up?
He is not working for you. He is only working for himself.